afternoon in Oakland. Mark afternoon in Oakland. Mark Judge just joined some of the best sluggers in baseball history. The New York Yankees beat the Oakland Athletics 7-4 on Sunday afternoon in Oakland, marking the end of the team's trips to Oakland. The A's will move to Sacramento for the next few seasons before permanently relocating to Las Vegas. With the win, New York is now 92-64. They've already clinched a playoff berth and are just about to wrap up the American League East as well. They also have a 2.5-game lead on Cleveland for the number 1 seed in the upcoming American League playoffs. If you're a fan of the Yankees, write "Go Yankees" in the comments and subscribe to the channel. The star of the show was none other than Aaron Judge, who went 2-for-3, hitting a double and launching his 55th home run of the season. With that home run, Judge put himself in the company of some of the best sluggers in baseball history, making his case as one of the greatest power hitters of the modern game. The excitement surrounding Judge's performance was evident as fans and commentators alike celebrated his incredible achievements. Manager Aaron Boone couldn't hold back his admiration after the game. He said, "What Aaron is doing right now is something special. We're witnessing greatness, and it's a privilege to be a part of it." But it wasn't just Boone who had something to say about Judge's historic performance. Teammate Giancarlo Stanton, no stranger to hitting home runs himself, added, "Aaron's been on another level this season. We all know what he's capable of, but he's making it look easy right now." Judge's 55th homer puts him in a rare group of players who have managed to hit that many in a single season. For context, hitting 50 home runs in a season is a rare feat that only the best power hitters achieve. Hitting 55, that puts Judge among legends. With only a few games left in the regular season, Yankees fans are on the edge of their seats, hoping to see if Judge can continue to add to his home run total. The excitement isn't just about the numbers, though. It's about witnessing one of the most electrifying players in baseball today doing what he does best. As for the Yankees, their eyes are on the playoffs. With this win, they're one step closer to locking up the AL East title and securing the top seed in the playoffs. With Judge leading the charge, they're looking like a team that no one wants to face come October. Don't miss out on more updates like this. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a Yankees highlight. Trust me, you don't want to miss what Aaron Judge and the Yankees do next. Summary: the Yankees pulled off a 7-4 win against the Oakland Athletics, inching closer to locking down the American League East title. But the real story here is Aaron Judge, who continues to impress with his 55th home run of the season, joining some of the greatest sluggers in baseball history. Judge's incredible season has left fans and teammates in awe, and with the playoffs approaching, the Yankees are looking like serious contenders. Don't forget to subscribe for all the latest Yankees news. Now, I want to hear from you. What do you think about Aaron Judge's season? Can he keep this up through the playoffs? Let us know in the comments below. Godzilla's still got it. Video has surfaced on X of former Yankees slugger Hideki Matsui blasting a home run at age 50, and New York fans are losing their minds. Behold that classic stance and swing that sent 175 balls into the seats during his 10-year MLB career. If you are a fan of Yankees, write "Go Yankees" in the comments and subscribe to the channel. Hideki Matsui, now 50 years old, hit a home run at the Tokyo Dome. You can almost hear John Sterling exclaim, "A thriller from Godzilla," as Matsui's shot landed in the right center field seats. Surprisingly, the seats were almost empty except for a marching band. But no one cared about the empty stands. Yankees fans were more focused on Matsui's incredible hit. His former team is heading back to the MLB postseason, and fans are dreaming of a late-season offensive boost. Fans quickly started to imagine the possibility of Matsui joining the Yankees again. Comments flooded in. "I've seen enough, he's on the postseason roster." And can he play LF or DH? We've got a spot for this playoff legend. While these reactions were mostly in fun, there were some hilarious observations. For example, one fan noticed that it took Matsui quite a bit of time to round the bases, looking a bit uncomfortable in the process. Now, let's get real for a second. Matsui was facing some very non-professional pitching. This home run came during a charity exhibition game between baseball stars and a high school girls all-star team. The goal was to promote women's participation in baseball in Japan, which is awesome in itself. And guess who else was in that game? Ichiro Suzuki, the Mariners legend, who also spent a couple of seasons in New York, was there to celebrate Matsui's moment. A fan even posted pictures of Matsui and Ichiro sharing an embrace after the home run. But that's not all. Ichiro also took the mound, pitching the first inning for his team. Unfortunately, he gave up 3 runs to the high school all-stars. The game was a huge event, attracting 28,000 fans to the Tokyo Dome. Also on the roster was former Red Sox and Mets pitcher Daisuke Matsuzaka. Yankees fans, naturally, used this Matsui moment to vent about the current Yankees roster. Alex Verdugo, in particular, found himself in the crosshairs. The Yankees outfielder has hit a rough patch, going 2 for 19 in his recent games. His overall season stats aren't helping his case. Either a .233 batting average, an OPS plus of 82, and a sub-.300 OBP. Fans were quick to compare Verdugo with Matsui, even saying they'd rather see Matsui on the postseason roster over Verdugo. While this comparison might be a bit unfair to Verdugo, it does remind everyone of Matsui's iconic World Series performance. In 2009, he hit .615 in the Fall Classic against the Phillies, with 3 home runs and 8 RBIs in just 14 plate appearances. That series is one of the reasons Matsui's status as a Yankees legend is forever sealed. As October approaches, Yankees fans are just hoping for another legendary moment to emerge. Before you go, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on the latest Yankees news and updates. If you love Hideki Matsui or have thoughts about the current roster, let us know in the comments below. We want to hear from you. Yankees designate right-hander for assignment. The Yankees announced that right-hander Cody Poteet has been reinstated from the 60-day injured list and optioned to AAA Scranton/Wilkes-Barre. To make room on the 40-man roster, righty Ron Marinaccio has been designated for assignment. Poteet was initially placed on the 15-day injured list back in June due to a right tricep strain, which later got him transferred to the 60-day IL. He started a rehab assignment on August 20th and was nearing the 30-day limit, so the Yankees had to add him back to the roster. While Poteet gives the Yankees a little extra depth in the rotation, they're unlikely to really need him much, considering they already have Garrett Cole, Carlos Rodon, Clark Schmidt, Nestor Cortez, and Luis Gil holding down the rotation. Plus, Marcus Stroman has been moved into a long relief role, so the Yankees seem set for now. If you're a fan of the Yankees, write "Go Yankees" in the comments and subscribe to the channel. As for Marinaccio, it's a bit of a tough break for him. He had an impressive rookie season in 2022, tossing 44 innings and allowing only 2.05 earned runs per 9 innings. Sure, his 13.3% walk rate was a bit high, but he made up for it with a 30.9% strikeout rate, which is nothing short of electric. But since then, things haven't been quite as sharp. Last year, in 2023, he pitched 47 1/3 innings with a 3.99 ERA. His walk rate stayed almost identical at 13.2%, but his strikeout rate dipped a bit to 27.3%. Fast forward to 2024, and he's been bouncing between the Yankees and their AAA affiliate, the Scranton/Wilkes-Barre Railriders. In his limited time in the majors this year, he posted a 3.86 ERA over 23 1/3 innings, reducing his walk rate to 10.1%, but also seeing his strikeout rate drop further to 25.3%. However, in AAA, he's been lights out with a 2.04 ERA over 39 2/3 innings, a 25.8% strikeout rate, and an 8.8% walk rate. There are definitely some promising numbers in there, but the Yankees are running out of flexibility with him since this is his final option year. The team has already sent him down 5 times this season, and they won't be able to keep juggling him between the majors and minors like that moving forward. So, Now Marinaccio finds himself on waivers. He likely won't be eligible for postseason play if claimed by another team, which limits his immediate appeal. However, with over 2 years of service time under his belt, Marinaccio won't be arbitration eligible until this winter, and he still has 4 years of club control left. Some team could see him as a valuable long-term addition, despite the timing of this move. The Yankees will now have to see if another team takes a chance on Marinaccio or if he clears waivers and sticks around in the organization. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any updates. Let us know in the comments what you think about this move. Should the Yankees have kept Marinaccio, or was it the right call to let him go? The Yankees placed right-handed pitcher Jake Cousins on the 15-day injured list, making room for righty Clayton Beeter from AAA to step in. Cousins' IL stint is backdated to September 20th, which is just 1 day after his last appearance on the mound. He had to leave the game early after facing only 2 batters due to what was later confirmed to be a right pectoral strain. This injury might end Cousins' regular season, but he could still return if the Yankees make a deep playoff run. Cousins will be. If you are a fan of Yankees, write "Go Yankees" in the comments and subscribe to the channel. This is the second time this season Cousins has been sidelined, though it's his first trip to the Major League injured list. Earlier this year, Cousins missed over 2 months while playing with AAA Scranton/Wilkes-Barre. After recovering from that injury, he was called up to the big leagues, and since then, he's been pretty fantastic. In 38 innings, he's posted a solid 2.37 ERA and an impressive 34.2% strikeout rate. While his 12.9% walk rate leaves room for improvement, his ability to miss bats and limit hard contact has made him a valuable part of the Yankees' bullpen. Cousins' performance this year looks like a return to form from his time with the Brewers in 2021-22, before injuries like a UCL tear and shoulder issues cut his 2022 season short. These setbacks limited him to just 9 1/3 innings in 2023, and he spent some time bouncing between teams. He went from the Astros to the White Sox, before landing with the Yankees just after opening day this year, reigniting his career. Unfortunately, while Cousins has been on the upswing, Yankees reliever Lou Trivino hasn't had the same luck. Manager Aaron Boone confirmed that Trivino has been dealing with some shoulder problems, which have effectively ended his season. Trivino's 2024 comeback hopes took a major hit with this latest injury news, capping his year at just 11 minor league innings. He pitched 5 innings for AA Somerset and 6 innings at AAA, but that's all we'll see from him in 2024. Trivino has been absent from major league action since 2022, as he underwent Tommy John surgery in May 2023. Even before this shoulder issue, elbow inflammation delayed his rehab assignment, and now the shoulder setback will prevent him from getting any big league innings before the season ends. The Yankees had non-tendered Trivino last November but re-signed him to a $1.5 million deal for 2024, with a $5 million club option for 2025. Given his recent injury history, it seems likely the Yankees will decline that option, but there's always a chance they try to bring him back at a lower cost. In other injury news, DJ LeMahieu is making progress in his recovery from a hip impingement. According to Boone, LeMahieu has started hitting off a tee as part of his rehab process. While LeMahieu probably won't be back before the regular season ends, there's a possibility that he could make the roster for the postseason if the Yankees feel he's healthy enough. LeMahieu's been battling injuries all season, missing the first 2 months with a foot issue, and his performance when healthy has been less than ideal with a .204/.269/.259/ If you love keeping up with the Yankees and want more updates like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications bell. You won't want to miss any of the action as we head into the playoffs. Let us know in the comments. What do you think about Cousins' potential return? Will LeMahieu make the playoff roster? And what's next for Trivino? Share your thoughts below. Yankees can clinch AL East and #1 seed. The New York Yankees can clinch the American League East with a single win in the last week of the season. The #1 seed and home field advantage throughout the playoffs now has a magic number of 4. The first of these goals can be accomplished tonight with a win over the Baltimore Orioles. The second goal can be achieved over the week, but a few Cleveland Guardians losses wouldn't hurt. If you are a fan of Yankees, Write "Go Yankees" in the comments and subscribe to the channel. Recapping the Yankees weekend. The Yankees made their final trip ever to the Oakland Coliseum over the weekend and did not disappoint. Wins of 4-2, 10-0, and 7-4 over the Oakland A's punctuated a weekend that also saw the Baltimore Orioles drop 2 out of 3 to the Detroit Tigers. Yankee dominance in Oakland, paired with the O's inability to tame the Tigers, set up tonight's potential division clincher in the Bronx. The highlights of the weekend included starting pitcher Garrett Cole hurling 9 innings of one-run baseball in the opener that the Yanks would win in the 10th inning, and Aaron Judge blasting his 55th home run in the series finale. Previewing the Yankees' final week. The Bombers close out the season in the Bronx with a 3-game series against the Orioles and conclude the season with a 3-game series against the Pittsburgh Pirates. The odd finale against a National League opponent is a byproduct of the balanced schedule that has de-emphasized playing divisional opponents in favor of playing every team in baseball. The Yankees are off on Monday. On Tuesday, they will send Clark Schmidt to the mound to face Dean Kramer for the Orioles. Schmidt is 5-4 in 14 starts with a 2.37 ERA and 81 strikeouts in 76.0 innings. Wednesday, the Yankees will send Nestor Cortes into battle with Zach Eflin. Cortes is solid and steady with a 9-10 record and a 3.77 ERA. If either Schmidt or Cortes fails to close the deal, then Cole will take the mound on Thursday to duel Corbin Burnes. Cole is 7-5 in his injury-delayed season with a 3.67 ERA. Cole has been effective with 97 K in 88.1 IP and a 1.177 whip. At this time, it is unclear if the Yankees would face Paul Skeens, the Pirates' mustachioed 6'6" flame-throwing rookie phenom, in the final series to close the season. The 22-year-old Skeens has had his way with the league all season long. He currently is 10-3 with a 1.99 ERA, 0.962 whip, and 167 K in 131 IP. It would be fun to see Judge or Juan Soto face off against Skeens in the stadium. Peek ahead to the playoffs. Yankees fans expect their team to make the postseason. Anything less is considered a failure. So, step 1 is accomplished and some icing can be put on the cake this week. But it has been 15 years since the Yankees won the World Series. That's the real goal. Assuming the Yankees do clinch the AL East and they do clinch the number 1 seed in the AL, then who would they play first right now? The Kansas City Royals would play the Orioles for the right to play the Yankees, while the Detroit Tigers would play the Houston Astros for the right to play the Cleveland Guardians. Baltimore is set in stone, but the final wild card spot still has 6 teams not yet mathematically eliminated. So, Yankees fans keep an eye on the Tigers, Royals, Minnesota Twins, Seattle Mariners, and yes, even the Boston Red Sox and Tampa Rays. Before you go, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications so you don't miss a beat on the Yankees' journey to the postseason. What do you think? Are the Yankees going all the way this year? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. The Yankees recently lost bullpen arm Jake Cousins to right pec tightness over the weekend, which might not seem huge, but it's definitely a blow to their relief unit. Cousins has been super reliable these last few months, stepping up in big moments. But hey, there's some good news too. Ian Hamilton is back from injury and he's been nothing short of amazing so far. If you are a fan of Yankees, write "Go Yankees" in the comments and subscribe to the channel. Hamilton's back in action, and this 29-year-old could be a long-term piece for the Yankees bullpen since he's not a free agent until 2029 and will hit arbitration in 2026. He's got the stuff to dominate, but injuries have been a hurdle throughout his career. Last season, he threw a career-high 58 innings, but this year, he's only managed 34.2 innings with a solid 3.89 ERA. He's been striking out hitters at a solid rate of 9.87 per 9 innings and has a 71.7% left-on base rate and a 42.9% ground ball rate. Though he's been great at keeping the ball in the park, walks have been a little bit of an issue. But don't forget, Hamilton ranks among the best in the league in chase rate and whiff rate. Last year, he was in the 94th percentile in whiff rate, showing just how dominant he can be against hitters. Hamilton's success really comes down to his sick pitch arsenal. He's got a slider, sinker, and four-seam fastball, but this year it's been all about that slider. Hitters are only managing a .244 average against it, and the slugging rate is just .329. And get this, it's got a ridiculous 45.8% whiff rate. The Yankees even call it a slam bio, because it moves like a mix between a slider and a changeup. It's averaging 88.4 miles per hour this year, but last season, batters hit just .156 against it. So yeah, it's a weapon. Since coming back from injury, Hamilton's been elite. In 5 innings, he's posted a 0.00 ERA with an insane 14.40 strikeouts per 9 innings and a perfect 100% left-on-base rate. It's a small sample size, but all signs point to him being fully back and ready to do some damage. Hamilton's slider is a total game-changer, dropping an average of 31.1 inches vertically. It looks like a changeup until it falls off the table. His increased use of this pitch is making a huge difference. Plus, his fastball velocity is back, averaging over 96 miles per hour since returning. With that kind of heat and his nasty mix of pitches, Hamilton is turning into a serious weapon for the Yankees. This couldn't come at a better time as the Yankees are gearing up for a big playoff run. They've had some good luck with injuries lately, and with Hamilton back, the bullpen just got a major boost. As the postseason gets closer, his ability to strike guys out and his elite pitch movement will be huge for the Yankees' chances. He's back at the perfect time and could play a crucial role as the team looks to make a deep run. So, Yankees fans, what do you think is Hamilton the key to shoring up the bullpen for the postseason push? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you haven't yet, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any updates as we get closer to the playoffs. Thanks for watching. Could Yankees bring back former ace on affordable deal? As the old saying goes, you can never have too much pitching. For that, the New York Yankees should be looking to upgrade their staff in the offseason, regardless of their postseason outcome in October. The one that got away for the Yankees, former ace Luis Severino, has had a significant amount of success for the crosstown rival New York Mets this season. If you are a fan of Yankees, write "Go Yankees" in the comments and subscribe to the channel. Severino, who is finally healthy, has gone 11-6 with a 3.79 ERA, 1.22 WHIP, and 156 strikeouts in 178 innings across 30 starts, his most since 2018. The 30-year-old spent the first 8 seasons of his big league career with the Yankees and was an all-star in back-to-back seasons in 2017 and 2018. However, injuries derailed Severino's career before the Mets helped him find his groove again in 2024. Severino signed a 1-year, $13 million, prove-it deal with the Mets, and it's paid off. Now he's set to hit the free agent market again after the season. The Yankees have some tough decisions ahead, with superstar outfielder Juan Soto becoming a free agent and ace Garrett Cole having an opt-out clause in his contract. Soto will clearly be a top priority, and the team can add an extra year at $36 million to keep Cole. But after taking care of Soto and Cole, the Yankees can then turn their attention to pitching, and a reunion with Severino just makes sense. According to Spotrac, Severino could land a 4-year, $48 million deal, which is totally affordable even if the Yankees lock in Soto and Cole. Severino has been in New York his entire pro career, so it shouldn't take too much convincing to bring him back if they want him. Before you go, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay updated on all the latest Yankees news. You don't want to miss out on any of our updates and rumors as we head into what promises to be a busy offseason. Now, what do you think? Should the Yankees bring Severino back on this affordable deal? Let us know in the comments below. Yankees designate right-hander for assignment. The Yankees announced that right-hander Cody Poteet has been reinstated from the 60-day injured list and optioned to AAA Scranton/Wilkes-Barre. To open a 40-man roster spot, fellow righty Ron Marinaccio has been designated for assignment. Poteet landed on the 15-day injured list in June due to a right tricep strain, eventually getting transferred to the 60-day IL. He started a rehab assignment on August 20th and was coming to the 30-day limit for that assignment, meaning he had to be added back to the roster. Hell, give the Yanks some extra rotation depth for the next little bit, but they're highly unlikely to need it. They currently have a mix of Garrett Cole, Carlos Rodon, Clark Schmidt, Nestor Cortez, and Luis Gil, with Marcus Stroman bumped into a long relief role. Marinaccio, now 29, had a strong debut in 2022. He tossed 44 innings for the Yankees that year, allowing 2.05 earned runs per 9. His 13.3% walk rate was on the high side, but he overcame that with a 30.9% strikeout rate. Since then, his results have declined a bit. In 47 1/3 innings last year, he posted a 3.99 ERA. His 13.2% walk rate was almost an exact match from the previous year, but his strikeout rate dropped to 27.3%. Here in 2024, he has been frequently shuttled back and forth between the Yankees and the AAA Rail Riders. In his 23 1/3 big league innings, he has a 3.86 ERA. He reduced his walk rate to 10.1%, but his strikeouts also dropped to 25.3%. In 39 2/3 innings for Scranton/Wilkes-Barre, he has a 2.04 ERA, 25.8% strikeout rate, and 8.8% walk rate. There are some intriguing results in there, but the righty is in his final option year and has already been sent down 5 times this season, so the Yanks weren't going to have the same roster flexibility with him going forward. They will have to put him on waivers in the coming days. He won't be postseason eligible with any acquiring club, so there would be little short-term appeal to a claim, but some club could grab him as a long-term play. He has just over 2 years of service time, meaning he still won't be arbitration eligible as of this winter and would come with 4 years of club control beyond the current campaign. This article first appeared on MLB Trade Rumors and was syndicated with permission. Who is going to get playoff starts for the Yankees this year? It's full force ahead to October for the New York Yankees after clinching their place in the 2024 MLB postseason on Wednesday. And with a 4-game lead over the Baltimore Orioles for the AL East Division title with just 8 games remaining, the Yankees are likely looking at a bye to the ALDS at this point. But even though New York is guaranteed playoff baseball this year, there's still a lot for GM Brian Cashman, manager Aaron Boone, and company to figure out when it comes to constructing their postseason roster. And one of the biggest questions surrounding the Yankees at the moment is who will make starts for them in October. While some names seem all but guaranteed to get the ball in the early going, the uncertainty begins to form when accounting for starts beyond the opening 2 games of a series. If you are a fan of Yankees, write "Go Yankees" in the comments and subscribe to the channel. So let's look into some of the options to round out the rotation in the Bronx and what sort of form each option is entering the postseason with. All stats used within this article are from prior to games on September 21st. Cole and Rodden are rotation locks. It's hard to argue against having the $324 million man in Garrett Cole and the $162 million man in Carlos Rodden in the rotation, as these scenarios are exactly why you pay such high sums for. But it's not as if they don't deserve their spots or are just their due to financial commitments. The duo have been great in the second half of the season so far. Since the All-Star break, Cole has thrown 65.0 innings across 11 starts to the tune of a 3.05 ERA, 1.08 WHIP, and a .212 AVG against while leading the Yankees in F-WAR in this span at 1.6, according to Fangraphs. And Cole isn't far removed from a stellar month of August, where he posted a 1.93 ERA and 1.18 WHIP in 5 starts. Rodden has been just as good as Cole post-All-Star break. In 56.2 innings across 10 starts, he's sporting a second-half 3.18 ERA, 1.11 WHIP, and a .206 AVG against and the second-best F-WAR in New York in that span at 1.0. Rodden is playing some of the best baseball he has all season, as in 3 September starts he's posted a 2.60 ERA and 0.98 WHIP. Between Cole and Rodden, the Yankees have games 1 and 2 covered. Now comes the time to figure out who gets the ball next. It's a 4-man race for the final 2 spots. The Yankees have enough capable starting arms to make this a difficult decision on who fills out a postseason rotation. They could look to their experienced options in Nestor Cortes and Marcus Stroman, or they could dip into their less proven postseason talent in Luis Gil and Clark Schmidt. And Boone has already started to play around with his rotation as he looks to October, with both Cortes and Stroman already making extended bullpen outings each in recent weeks. Nestor Cortes. Looking at each individual pitcher, it's hard to make the case for not including Cortes in this staff. Along with the prior postseason experience with New York that he brings to the table, Cortes has put together a consistently solid year in 2024. Other than a rough outing in his lone start in March and then a difficult month of July, Cortez has managed to post sub 4.00 ERA totals in every other month. And Cortez is coming into the postseason in his best form of 2024, with sub 3.00 ERAs in both August and September. Marcus Stroman. What Stroman has been best known for throughout his career is that fearless mentality and winning chip on his shoulder that served him well throughout his 10-year big league career. But this season has been a bit of a struggle following a 2023 season in Chicago, where he made his second career All-Star appearance. In 2024, he's sporting a 4.04 ERA, with a 1.43 WHIP and a .264 AVG against. The second half of the season has been an even greater struggle for Stroman. Since the All-Star break, he's posted a 5.40 ERA, with a 1.68 WHIP and a .330 AVG against, as hitters have feasted off him of late. Luis Gil. Gil was one of the 2024 AL Rookie of the Year frontrunners in the early going, and has since reclaimed some of that form late in the season as he's been tossing a masterclass of a month in September. In 3 starts this month, Gil has posted a shimmering 1.13 ERA and a 1.26 WHIP across 16.0 innings of work. And tack that on to an overall impressive second half as the Yankees rookie has looked very poised. Clarke Schmidt. After missing so much of this season due to injury, despite his hot start to the year, Schmidt probably wasn't top of mind when planning out postseason starts. But since his return on September 7th, Schmidt has dazzled this month, sporting a 1.76 ERA in 15.1 innings across 3 starts. So who should start? As we've already established, there should be no question about who gets the ball in Game 1 and Game 2. Cole and Rodden were paid the big bucks for these exact moments, and both are heading into the postseason in good form. Here's how I believe the postseason rotation should play out. 1. Garrett Cole right. 2. Carlos Rodden left. 3. Luis Gil right. 4. Nestor Cortez left. I think Stroman has to be the odd man out. His overall down year and particularly poor second-half form should be enough to exclude him entirely from the postseason roster. This leaves Cortez, Gil, and Schmidt to fill out the final 2 spots. With how strong Schmidt has been this month, the Yankees may need to continue to ride his hot hand. But ultimately, I think Gil edges out Schmidt for the 4th spot, especially given his impressive pitch arsenal. That's my take on who should get playoff starts for the Yankees this year. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. And if you're not already subscribed, hit that button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our Yankees updates. Can't wait to see what you think about the lineup. Yankees Anthony Volpe makes matrix dodge of pitch. Anthony Volpe might want to consider becoming a 2-sport athlete in baseball and dodgeball. The New York Yankees shortstop was batting in the bottom of the 3rd inning against the Baltimore Orioles on Tuesday. On a 2-1 count, a 91 miles per hour offering from Baltimore's Dean Kramer ran up and in on Volpe, forcing him to dip out of danger. Volpe instinctively and dramatically arched himself backwards, creating a heck of a visual. If you are a fan of the Yankees, write "Go Yankees" in the comments and subscribe to the channel. Volpe has clearly been working on his quick reactions, because this move looked like something straight out of The Matrix. He somehow managed to keep his legs, mostly, planted while his upper body dodged out of the way with style. Honestly, it was a pretty impressive move that almost makes you wonder if Volpe has been taking tips from some action movie stars or if he's secretly a stuntman. Fans were treated to a close-up of the moment as it quickly went viral on social media. The short clip of Volpe's incredible dodge was shared widely, and for good reason. His form in that split second was perfect. Even though Volpe ended up striking out during that at-bat, no one is going to remember that. What everyone is talking about now is that matrix-worthy dodge. It's moments like these that make baseball so exciting. You never know when you're going to witness a moment of pure athleticism, and Volpe certainly delivered that in this game. The only thing left to debate is whether this moment tops the similar move pulled off by another professional athlete a few years back. Either way, it's safe to say that Volpe has made his mark with this unforgettable highlight. By the way, if you're enjoying this kind of content, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the latest Yankees action. Now, we want to hear from you. What do you think about Anthony Volpe's impressive dodge? Have you ever seen anything like that on a baseball field? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. The Yankees placed right-hander Jake Cousins on the 15-day injured list Sunday and called up righty Clayton Beeter from AAA to fill Cousins' spot in the bullpen. Cousins' placement is retroactive to September 20th, which is the day after Cousins last pitched. He was pulled after facing two batters due to what was eventually diagnosed as a right pec strain. The IL trip ends Cousins' regular season, but potentially not his 2024 campaign as a whole, depending on his recovery and how far the Yankees might advance in the playoffs. If you are a fan of Yankees, write "Go Yankees" in the comments and subscribe to the channel. As per MLB.com's Brian Hawk, Cousins will visit with doctors Monday in New York and could potentially start throwing within a week's time. Since the Yankees are on the verge of clinching the AL East and earning a first-round bye, that gives Cousins some extra time to heal up and get back to game fitness, provided that his strain isn't too serious. This is Cousins' second IL stint of the season, but his first on the Major League injured list, as he missed over 2 months of action when playing with AAA Scranton/Wilkes-Barre earlier this year. The Yankees recalled Cousins back to the show shortly after he returned from the AAA IL, and the results have been largely tremendous. Cousins has a 2.37 ERA and a 34.2% strikeout rate over 38 relief innings for New York. While a .208 BOBIP has helped paper over a subpar 12.9% walk rate, Cousins' ability to miss bats and limit hard contact has made him a very useful member of the Yankees' relief corps. It has essentially been a return to the form Cousins showed with the Brewers in 2021-22, before a UCL injury and shoulder problems cut short his 2022 season and perhaps contributed to a 2023 season that saw him toss only 9 1/3 MLB innings. After going to the Astros on a waiver claim last summer, and then to the White Sox on a minor league deal during the offseason, Cousins was traded from Chicago to New York just after opening day, sparking Cousins' career revival. While Cousins had a successful return from an injury-plagued stretch of his career, the same unfortunately can't be said of Lou Trivino, whose 2024 season now looks to be over. Yankees manager Aaron Boone told Hawk and other reporters that Trivino is dealing with shoulder stuff and has been shut down. Trivino will finish his season with 11 minor league innings pitched, in the form of 5 innings in as many appearances with AA Somerset and then 6 innings in 6 appearances at the AAA level. Trivino hasn't pitched in the majors since 2022, as he missed all of last season after undergoing Tommy John surgery in May 2023. Some elbow inflammation delayed the start of his minor league rehab assignment until this past August. And now this shoulder issue has ended any chance Trivino had of getting any sort of MLB action under his belt before the regular season was over. The Yankees chose to non-tender Trivino last November, but then re-signed him to a guaranteed major league contract worth $1.5 million in 2024 with a $5 million club option for 2025. That option seems like a lock to be declined, though it is possible New York again re-signs Trivino at a lower price tag. In other injury news out of the Bronx, Boone told reporters yesterday that DJ LeMahieu has started to hit off a tee as he continues his recovery from a hip impingement. LeMahieu isn't expected to return before the regular season is over, but could potentially be a roster option for the postseason depending on his health or New York's roster needs. LeMahieu has been out since the start of September with his hip injury, and also missed the first 2 months of the season with a foot issue. In between, the veteran infielder struggled to a .204/.269/.259/ line over 228 plate appearances. If you haven't yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on the latest Yankees news and updates. What do you guys think about Cousins' potential return and Trivino's tough break? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And let's talk Yankees baseball. New York Yankees superstar Aaron Judge crushed his 56th home run of the season in a crucial game against the Baltimore Orioles. But what caught everyone's attention wasn't just the home run, it was who caught the ball. Zach Hampel, a YouTuber famous for snagging home run balls across Major League Baseball, was the lucky fan in the stands. Dressed in a bright green shirt and sporting his signature MLB logo hat, Hampel was positioned perfectly in the last row of the first section of left field bleachers at Yankee Stadium. If you're a fan of the Yankees, write "Go Yankees" in the comments and subscribe to the channel. This moment had everyone buzzing from fans to insiders. People across the MLB world couldn't believe Hampel was at it again. Zach Hampel does it again. One user posted online, tagging Hampel and the Yankees. Another fan tweeted, "How does Zach Hampel catch everything?" People were all over social media, sharing their reactions to Hampel's latest catch, including plenty of memes and jokes. One of the funniest came from MLB insider John Heyman, who quipped, "Bad news for Yankees. Anthony Santander hits home run number 44. Good news for everyone. Zach Hampel didn't get that ball, too." The internet was having a field day with the fact that Hampel somehow managed to catch Judge's 56th homer. But while the focus might have shifted to Hampel, let's not forget that this game was huge for both teams. The Yankees were looking to clinch the AL East title with a win, while the Orioles could lock in a postseason spot with a victory and a little help from the Royals or Twins. And what a season it's been for Aaron Judge. His 2024 campaign is nothing short of legendary. Heading into this game, Judge was leading all of Major League Baseball with 55 home runs, 138 RBIs, 129 walks, a .458 on-base percentage, a .695 slugging percentage, and an eye-popping 1.154 OPS. Not to mention his 221 OPS plus, which is just crazy. Tuesday's home run was his third consecutive game with a homer, showing everyone he's on fire at the perfect time. The Yankees, led by Judge, look like one of the best teams in baseball right now and are definitely favorites to contend for the World Series. If Judge keeps up this insane level of hitting, it's going to be tough for anyone to stop the Bronx Bombers. So, Yankees fans, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on any of the action as the postseason heats up. What's your take on Zach Hampel snagging yet another home run ball? Let us know in the comments. Former Yankees fan favorite chimes in on Juan Soto sweepstakes. Once the playoffs conclude, the New York Yankees will be facing one of the most important off-seasons in team history. Outfielder Juan Soto, who the Yankees acquired in a blockbuster trade with the San Diego Padres, will be entering free agency after enjoying the best all-around season of his career. The 25-year-old boasts a .287/.418/.572/ line with career highs in home runs, 40, runs scored, 124, WRC plus, in a full season, 179, and FWAR, 7.9, as of September 24th. If you're a fan of the Yankees, write "Go Yankees" in the comments and subscribe to the channel. Although Soto is visibly enjoying his time in the Bronx, he has smartly not made any commitments regarding his future with the team, as his elite performances and career year have him set up for a record-setting contract in the offseason. To maximize that deal, Soto is keeping all of his options open. However, a former Yankee great believes that Soto has found his true calling in New York. During the Pitt CCH in Foundation's 4th annual charity golf tournament, 19-year veteran left-handed pitcher CC Sabathia gave his thoughts on Soto's impending free agency. "I think it's a must-have on both sides," Sabathia said. "I think for him it makes sense. And for the Yankees it makes sense. Honestly, we'll have to wait and see what happens. But I think you just look at the season, it played out perfectly." Sabathia may be somewhat biased due to spending the final 11 seasons of his career with the Yankees. However, he was in a similar situation that Soto is about to face. The lefty was the most coveted free agent of the 2008 to 2009 offseason after leading the majors in shutouts, and, in a quirky yet remarkable feat, was the shutout leader in both the American and National Leagues. Sabathia ultimately signed with New York and went on to become one of their most beloved players in recent memory. As for Sabathia's statement, it rings true in a number of ways. While Soto has been an elite player ever since his debut at age 19, the Yankees have provided a few factors that allowed him to reach new heights. Yankee Stadium's short porch in right field has given the 25-year-old an easy target to hit homers. While Soto's power plays well to all fields, having the short porch certainly helped him blow by his previous career best in long balls. Additionally, Soto has superstar outfielder Aaron Judge batting behind him, discouraging opposing pitchers from walking the lefty, although he still ranks second in MLB with 125 free passes, and giving him better pitches to hit. Hitting in front of Judge has also been a key factor behind Soto's career high in runs scored. On the flip side, Soto's arrival immediately improved the Bronx Bombers, going from a fringe playoff team to possibly the team to beat in the AL. The lineup also went from mediocre to the third best in baseball. Only the Arizona Diamondbacks and Los Angeles Dodgers have scored more runs. The 25-year-old has also allowed Judge to enjoy possibly the best season of his career as well. He leads the majors with 138 RBI, in large part due to Soto's on-base skills, and has clobbered 55 home runs. Needless to say, competition for Soto in free agency will still be fierce due to his open-minded approach. But Sabathia is correct in that the Yankees and Soto have both benefited from each other, and it makes all the sense in the world for the two sides to make a deal during the offseason. That's the latest. If you're enjoying the content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss an update on your favorite team. Now it's your turn. What do you think? Should the Yankees make an all-out effort to keep Soto? Or could he land elsewhere? Let us know in the comments. How Yankees' biggest what-if altered their season. Former New York Yankees closer Clay Holmes started the 2024 season as one of baseball's best relievers. And even though Holmes struggled before the All-Star break, Yankees GM Brian Cashman kept enough faith in him that he didn't pursue a top relief arm during the trade deadline. But unfortunately, that decision hasn't aged well. Holmes continued to struggle and eventually lost his closer role in early September. While Luke Weaver has stepped up and done a great job, the Yankees' bullpen depth could still be a major issue going into the postseason. If you're a fan of the Yankees, write "Go Yankees" in the comments and subscribe to the channel. Now let's talk about the big what-if here. Joel Reuter from Bleacher Report broke it down in his article from September 24th. He highlighted Holmes' incredible start to the season. The guy was on fire. Holmes didn't allow a single earned run in his first 20 appearances of the year. By June 9th, he had a ridiculous 1.23 ERA and locked down 19 saves in 22 chances. But then, things took a turn. He struggled, posting a rough 7.45 ERA, losing 3 games, and blowing 3 saves in his final 10 appearances before the break. Despite those struggles, he still made it to the AL All-Star team, thanks to his early season dominance. After the break, though, the struggles continued. The Yankees gave Holmes a long leash, but after his 11th blown save of the year on September 3rd, they finally decided to remove him as the closer. And that left the team with starter-turned-reliever Luke Weaver as the main ninth-inning guy. They also have Tommy Connell and Ian Hamilton in the mix for high-leverage situations, but it's clear that if they had acted earlier, they could have strengthened the bullpen at the trade deadline. One name that's being floated as a missed opportunity is Tanner Scott, who used to close for the Marlins. He got traded to the Padres and has been crushing it there ever since. Imagine if the Yankees had brought him in instead. They might not be scrambling for bullpen answers right now. Look, the Yankees are still in a good spot. They're a strong team, and they've got what it takes to make a deep run in the postseason. But if they don't get the results they want, especially if their bullpen doesn't hold up, this decision to stick with Holmes instead of going after a proven closer could end up being one of those what-if moments that haunts them. If you're enjoying this breakdown, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss more Yankees news and analysis like this. And seriously, leave a comment. What do you think about the decision to stick with Holmes? Should they have made a move sooner at the deadline? Let us know your thoughts. Yankees fans go nuts after Hideki Matsui homers at 50. Godzilla's still got it. Video has surfaced on X of former Yankees slugger Hideki Matsui blasting a home run at age 50, and New York fans are losing their minds. Behold that classic stance and swing that sent 175 balls into the seats during his 10-year MLB career. Hideki Matsui, now 50 years old, hits a home run at the Tokyo Dome PIC. Twitter.com/XSCFMDQQ Yankees videos at SNYyankees. September 23rd, 2024. You can almost hear John Sterling exclaim, "A thriller from Godzilla," as Matsui's shot lands in the right center field seats, which are completely empty except for a marching band for some reason. With Matsui's former team headed back to the MLB postseason and seeking its first championship since he was World Series MVP in 2009, Yankees fans began fantasizing about a late-season infusion of offense. "I've seen enough, he's on the PS roster." Matt Chinery, at Mats_Sells New Jersey. September 23rd, 2024. Similar sentiments littered the replies, From Yankees need to sign him to can he play LF or DH, I think we got a spot for this playoff legend. If you are a fan of Yankees, write "Go Yankees" in the comments and subscribe to the channel. Fans might want to pump the brakes, however. If you notice, it took the 50-year-old Matsui quite a long time to round the bases and he didn't look too comfortable in the process, as other Yankees fans humorously noted. One fan also gave some needed context. Matsui was facing nothing close to professional pitching. The game was part of an annual charity exhibition between baseball stars and a high school girls' all-star team. Its goal is to develop women's participation in baseball in Japan. Matsui wasn't the only former Yankee in the game. Ichiro Suzuki, the Seattle Mariners legend who played 2.5 seasons in New York, could be seen celebrating Matsui's home run in the dugout. One fan even posted a pair of pictures of Matsui and Ichiro embracing. pic.twitter.com/rd4jduq1l8 at JMDNFT, September 23, 2024. Though best known for his days patrolling the outfield, Ichiro pitched the first inning for his team, giving up 3 runs to the high school all-stars, according to Kyoto News. The outlet reports 28,000 fans attended the game at the Tokyo Dome. Former Red Sox and Mets pitcher Daisuke Matsuzaka also played. Yankees fans vent their frustrations with Alex Verdugo. It should come as no surprise that Yankees fans used the Matsui video to air their grievances about the current New York roster. Naturally, Alex Verdugo caught his share of criticism. The Yankees outfielder's recent hot streak has evaporated in the past week plus, as he finds himself in a 2.419 slump. His season-long numbers don't present much hope, either. He's batting just .233 with an OPS plus of 82 and a sub-.300 OBP. I've seen enough. Put Matsui on the roster over Verdugo for the playoffs, or variations of that thought were common among Yankees fans after watching the Matsui home run. In Verdugo's defense, it helps that Matsui had one of the most memorable World Series performances in recent memory. He hit .615 in the 2009 Fall Classic against the Phillies with 3 home runs and 8 RBI in only 14 plate appearances. He did not start any of the 3 World Series games in Philadelphia as he had been relegated to a DH-only role by then, his age 35 season. It makes Matsui even more of a New York legend. With October coming, Yankees fans just hope another legend will surface soon. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to stay updated with the latest Yankees news, recaps, and stories. Let us know in the comments. Do you think Matsui still has what it takes, or is it time to focus on the new generation of Yankee stars? What's your take on the current roster and Verdugo's situation? Yankees get encouraging update on injured reliever. It shouldn't be too long before Jake Cousins takes the mound again for the New York Yankees. The right-hander recently had an injury scare during a game against the Seattle Mariners on September 19th. After throwing only 6 pitches with a noticeable drop in velocity, Cousins had to leave the game. A couple of days later, he was placed on the 15-day injured list with a right pectoral strain. If you are a fan of Yankees, write "Go Yankees" in the comments and subscribe to the channel. But hey, race the good news. Cousins' condition isn't as serious as it seemed at first. On Sunday, he had an MRI and visited the Yankees doctor, Dr. Chris Ahmad, and the results were really encouraging. The MRI didn't show anything too alarming, and according to team sources, Cousins left feeling very positive about his situation. Cousins even shared that his plan is to start throwing again in just a few days, with his eyes set on being back by October 5th. That's awesome timing because it's right before Game 1 of the American League Division Series, ALDS. So, there's a good chance he'll be available for the playoffs. Cousins was picked up from the Chicago White Sox earlier this season in exchange for cash on March 31st. After some time in AAA, he got called up on June 27th and has been lights out since then. With an impressive 2.34 ERA and 1.05 WHIP, plus 48 strikeouts across 17 walks, he's become one of the Yankees' go-to relievers, especially with his nasty slider. He's been key in high-pressure situations and has even emerged as one of the top setup men in the bullpen. Now, even with Cousins missing time, the Yankees' bullpen has been stellar. Since September 6th, they've only given up 9 runs, 7 earned, over 58.1 innings. That's an ERA of just 1.08, which is insane. The relievers are hitting their stride at the perfect time as the postseason approaches. And once Cousins is back, they'll be even better. So, overall, it's great news all around. Cousins is healing up well, and the Yankees bullpen is looking as strong as ever. Before we go, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the latest updates on your favorite team. The postseason is right around the corner, and you won't want to miss a thing. What do you think about Cousins' injury update? Let us know in the comments below. Luis Gil has had a great first full year in the New York Yankees starting rotation. But even after helping the Bombers beat the Oakland Athletics 7-4 on Sunday, Gil's manager still finds one aspect of his game disconcerting: his first-inning struggles. If you are a fan of the Yankees, write "Go Yankees" in the comments and subscribe to the channel. Yeah, a little bit, Aaron Boone said, per Yes Network, when asked if he was concerned about Gil's opening issues in his last two starts. I want him to get into that rhythm, obviously, early. That first inning in the last few starts, like you said, has been a bugaboo for him. After retiring the first two A's he faced in Sunday's matchup, Gil walked J.J. Bleday and Shea Langeliers to set up a two-run double by Tyler Soderstrom. He pitched well the rest of the way, leaving two inherited runners for Ian Hamilton in the top of the sixth inning, which the reliever subsequently allowed to score on a Ryan Noda double. In the 26-year-old right-hander's previous start, against the Seattle Mariners, Gil was extremely lucky to get out of the first inning unscathed. He hit the first batter of the game, got a fly ball out, and then walked the next two Mariners to load the bases. After a pop-out, Mariners DH Victor Robles made the odd decision to try stealing home and was thrown out to end the threat. Gil has struggled to find the strike zone in the first inning all year. Coming into the game Sunday, batters had a .336 OBP against him in the first inning. He's now issued 25 free passes and hit two batters across the first frames of his 28 starts. Still, a breakdown of Gil's inning-by-inning ERA for the season as a whole shows that the first is actually his best in terms of earned runs allowed. He's done an excellent job of limiting the damage overall, holding opposing hitters to a .158 average and posting a 2.25 ERA in the first frame. Now 15-6 with an outstanding 3.27 ERA and 166 Burmese shots in 146 innings. Gil is likely to start postseason games for the Yankees. But if he can't find a way to throw more strikes in the first inning, he may not be able to limit the damage against the top lineups in the league. So, Yankees fans, if you want to stay updated on everything happening with the team, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out. We've got more exciting content coming your way, and trust me, you don't want to miss it. Now it's your turn. What do you think about Luis Gil's first-inning struggles? Will it be a big concern for the Yankees in the postseason? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. The Orioles delivered a strong performance with a 5-3 win over the Yankees, securing their playoff spot. Anthony Santander, Ramon Urias, and Colton Cowser all went deep to help Baltimore get the win. Even more exciting for the Orioles, they locked in their second straight postseason berth shortly after the Minnesota Twins lost to the Miami Marlins 4-1. The Orioles, 87-70, are now 4 games ahead in the AL wild card race with just 5 games left in the season. Dean Kramer, 8-10, did his part on the mound, giving up just 1 run over 5 innings, that 1 run being Aaron Judge's 56th home run of the season, keeping him on top of the major leagues. Kramer allowed only 3 hits, walked 2, and struck out 3 before turning it over to the bullpen. If you're a Yankees fan, write "Go Yankees" in the comments and subscribe to the channel. Speaking of the bullpen, 6 relievers came in after Kramer, and Seranthony Dominguez got the final 2 outs for his 11th save of the season and 10th as an Oriole. It wasn't easy though. The Yankees didn't back down, with Gleyber Torres getting 3 hits, including an RBI double in the 7th, but it just wasn't enough. Let's talk about Santander's night. He broke an 0-4-11 slump by smashing his 44th homer of the year. That hit in the 6th inning, clanging off the right field foul pole, pushed the Orioles ahead 3-1 and ended the night for Yankees starter Clark Schmidt, 5-5. Ramon Urias, just back in his second game after missing 3 weeks with a sprained ankle, kept the momentum going in the 7th with a solo shot. It was his 11th homer this season. Then, Colton Cowser added some insurance in the 8th with his 23rd home run, giving Baltimore a little breathing room. He sent it into the right field bleachers off Yankees reliever Ian Hamilton. Santander also had a hand in Baltimore's second run, scoring on Ryan O'Hearn's single in the 4th inning after drawing a walk and advancing on a wild pitch. O'Hearn had earlier contributed to the scoring, too, with a ground rule double in the 2nd inning, leading to Heston Kjerstad's RBI groundout and putting the OS on the board first. Meanwhile, Judge continued to shine for the Yankees with his solo homer in the 4th, but the Yankees' magic number to clinch the AL East stayed at 1. One moment that could have turned things around for New York was in the 7th when Torres hit an RBI double, closing the gap to 4-3. But the rally fell short after Soto's RBI single, with Torres getting caught in a rundown between 3rd and home, ending the inning. What do you think of the Yankees' performance? They're so close to clinching, but couldn't get it done tonight. Let us know in the comments. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next update. Yankees to send 6 interesting prospects to the Arizona Fall League. The Yankees are sending 6 of their top prospects to the Arizona Fall League to get extra work after their AA team's season ended with a loss in the Eastern League Championship Series. This will be an exciting opportunity to watch some of the young talent the Yankees have in their system. We might be done with minor league baseball for 2024, but these 6 names are definitely ones to watch in the coming weeks. If you're a fan of Yankees, write "Go Yankees" in the comments and subscribe to the channel. Leading the pack is Caleb Durbin, who's been in the AFL before and really boosted his profile last year. The 24-year-old utility man has been a bright spot for the Yankees, especially with their farm system struggling overall. Durbin had a stellar season with a 129 WRC+ and a career-high 10 home runs in 82 games at the AAA level. Plus, his base running and defense make him a strong candidate for the 2025 roster, especially since Gleyber Torres is set to hit free agency. Then there's Rafael Flores, who's been named Baseball America's MLB Player of the Year for the Yankees organization. Flores had a breakout 2024, hitting 21 homers across 122 games. After being promoted to AA, he cranked out 15 home runs in just 65 games. His exit velocities have been as high as 113 miles per hour, and with his solid plate discipline, Flores could make a huge impact in the AFL, just like Durbin did last season. Garrett Martin is another name heading to Arizona. He's an undrafted free agent who spent this season with the High-A Hudson Valley Renegades. He hit 12 home runs with a 114 WRC+ and stole 17 bases, but he struggled with his contact rates. Already 24, Martin will use this time to get more reps and prepare for what will hopefully be a big 2025 season, likely starting in AA. On the pitching side, Jackson Fristow is another name to watch. He only threw 38.1 innings this season with a 3.79 ERA in Hudson Valley, but his stuff is impressive, especially his fastball. However, his walk rate, 17.1%, is a concern, raising questions about whether he can remain a starter. If Fristow can use this time in the AFL to fine-tune his mechanics, he could be a real asset. Harrison Cohen, a reliever, is also heading to the AFL after a dominant year for Hudson Valley. He struck out 32.9% of batters and walked just 1.4%, allowing only 2 earned runs over 19.1 innings. This stint in Arizona will help him get more innings under his belt and set him up for a potentially huge 2025 season. The final pitcher heading to the AFL is Ryan Harvey, who had a rough 2024 season in Single A, posting a 6.03 ERA with a 13.5% walk rate as a starter. Harvey has a 4-seam fastball with a ton of ride, but his command issues have been a real challenge. Hopefully, this time in Arizona can help him refine his mechanics and get back on track. If you're excited to follow these Yankees prospects in the Arizona Fall League, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any updates. Your support means the world to us. Now, we want to hear from you. What do you think about these 6 prospects? Which one are you most excited to see? Let us know in the comments below. The New York Yankees are so close to clinching the AL East title they can taste it. Just one more win in their upcoming series against the second-place Baltimore Orioles will seal the deal. And nobody is more pumped to get it done than Aaron Judge. Magic number is down to 1, Judge said on Sunday, according to Greg Joyce of the New York Post. Let's just go take care of business now. If you're a Yankees fan, write "Go Yankees" in the comments and subscribe to the channel. Judge's impatience is totally understandable. The Yankees have spent almost the entire 2024 season battling with the Orioles for control of the AL East. Now, after completely sweeping the Oakland Athletics in their final road series of the year, New York has a comfortable 6-game lead over Baltimore, and Judge is definitely due for a break. He's been out there for 154 of the Yankees' 156 games this season, and let's be real, he's been a beast. Slashing .323, .458, .695 is wild. Taking some time off before the playoffs would give Judge a chance to rest and come back even stronger for October. Most fans would love to see him get a couple of days off while the rest of the squad finishes out the regular season. But let's be honest, Yankees fans are crossing their fingers that he'll at least play in one of the final games. Why? Well, this weekend, the Pittsburgh Pirates are heading to Yankee Stadium, and they're bringing along rookie sensation Paul Skeens. The guy's got a fireball of an arm, and he last pitched on Sunday, which lines him up perfectly to make his final start of the season right here in the Bronx. Fans still remember Judge's underwhelming groundout against Skeens during the All-Star game, and now they're hyped for another shot. They want to see Judge face off against that 100 miles per hour heat one more time. So, Yankees fans, don't miss out on what could be an epic showdown. Will Judge take Skeens deep in their rematch? We'll have to wait and see. But one thing's for sure, it's going to be must-watch baseball. If you're excited about the Yankees' playoff push, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single update. The postseason is right around the corner, and we're just getting started. Now, I want to hear from you. What do you think? Should Judge take a few games off to rest up? Or do you want to see him go head-to-head with Skeens? Let me know in the comments below. With the New York Yankees being well on their way to winning the AL East Division crown, they can look ahead and ponder the tough decisions they will have to make when it comes to their playoff roster. It will be interesting to monitor which pitchers the Yankees roll with in their playoff rotation. One would think that Garrett Cole and Carlos Rodon, two veterans who have been solid since the All-Star break, will get the ball in the NLDS. But who else will the Yankees call upon behind them? They have great options like Nestor Cortes, Luis Gil, Clark Schmidt, and even Marcus Stroman, who could help in a big way. If you are a fan of Yankees, write "Go Yankees" in the comments and subscribe to the channel. One thing is for sure, though, someone's going to end up in the bullpen, and that's fine for Clark Schmidt, who is more than willing to do whatever it takes to help the team win. He recently shared his thoughts about a possible move to the pen, saying, "We have a talented pitching staff, top to bottom, in our bullpen and rotation. That's been our strength for years. Just to be able to be on the roster and wear this uniform in the playoffs is an honor to me. Whatever the role is, however I can help them win, I'll do it." When the postseason comes around, it's all hands on deck. Schmidt's selfless attitude has won him a lot of fans, and his performance on the mound hasn't been too shabby either. He recently had a solid outing despite a 5-3 loss to the Orioles. He allowed only 3 earned runs over 5.1 innings and kept his ERA at a sharp 2.55 across 81.1 innings this season. That consistency is going to make it a tough call for the Yankees if they decide to put him in the bullpen. But Schmidt doesn't have any postseason starts yet, so they might lean toward more experienced guys. With Garrett Cole and Carlos Rodon locked into the playoff rotation, manager Aaron Boone will have to pick 2 more guys to join them. Nestor Cortes looks like the favorite for the 3rd spot despite some shaky outings since the All-Star break. Still, he's posted a 2.62 ERA over the last 2 months, so he could be Boone's GOTO for a Game 3 start. As for the final spot, it's likely down to Luis Gil and Clark Schmidt. Gil's fastball might be better suited for the bullpen, but Schmidt didn't exactly shine in that role last year. So, it's a toss-up who Boone will choose. But whatever happens, Schmidt will be ready to contribute however he can. Before you go, make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and leave a comment on what you think about Schmidt's potential move to the bullpen. It's going to be an exciting postseason for the Yankees, and we don't want you to miss any updates on the journey. Don't forget to share your thoughts below. Who do you think should be in the Yankees playoff rotation? We'd love to hear your opinions.